Failure comes from poor self-motivation. Live self-help seminars were huge in the 1980s and 90s. You attended some event where a skill or process was taught. People flocked to these experiences for lots of reasons. They got to meet their idols. A promise was always made that a specific outcome could be created. Seminar attendees enjoyed meeting other like-minded people. Financial independence seminars were very popular. So were dietary and nutrition-based seminars. You could take weekend or week-long courses to learn better bass fishing techniques, how to live off the grid, or how to play your favorite song on a guitar. These live seminars are still out there. Thanks to the internet, though, they are nowhere near as popular as they once were. People can take live or recorded courses online to learn just about anything. A lot of people have used live and online seminars and courses to create amazing realities. That's not the case with most attendees. The billions of dollars the weight loss industry generates year after year are proof that most people fail to realize important achievements. People failed because their motivation was external only. Your motivation to succeed needs to come from within, not an external source. There are several reasons why seminars, webinars, and self-improvement courses make so much money. One reason is motivation. The most successful events have high-energy speakers and coaches that are natural-born motivators. They get people fired up. They talk about the possibility of success. Then examples are given of people that achieved their biggest goals. The organizers of the event create a high level of energy throughout the training, and there's someone always in your corner cheering you on and keeping your motivation high. You truly believe that you're finally going to create the reality you desired for so long. Then something happens. If you attend a live event, you have to eventually go home. If you're taking an online course, you have to hit the stop button at some point. This is when failure comes calling. If you don't have the ability to motivate yourself, succeeding at anything important can be tough. There are going to be times when you won't have some form of external motivation pushing you on towards success. You're going to have to be your own motivation. If not, a significant stumbling block could convince you to give up and forget your dreams. Write down the real reason you're trying to achieve some important goal. Be honest with yourself. Look at this powerful motivator frequently. Figure out some way that you can uniquely motivate yourself to keep moving in the direction of your dream. Without the ability to self-motivate, the inevitable failures that accompany any important endeavor may get the better of you. Don't underestimate your abilities. It's making you fail. Think about a successful person you admire. This could be someone you know personally. It's that self-made millionaire who started his own business, or your aunt who overcame lots of hardship to create an amazing life. Or maybe you're in awe of some famous success like Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, or Stephen Hawking. Those people reached an incredible level of success, even though they all encountered situations which virtually guaranteed failure. There's one thing those people have in common, and by the way, their field of endeavor doesn't matter. Whatever successful people you encounter, they inevitably share one very important character trait. They believe they're capable of anything. They have an incredibly high belief in their abilities. They know that if they don't have the skills and abilities they need to right now, they can get them. If they need help, they go out and seek it. They're persistent, they persevere, and they don't let failures define them. More than anything, they don't underestimate what's possible. Successful people view never been done as not yet. Go back to your childhood. Do you remember trying to learn how to ride a bike? You never had ridden a bike in your life. Did that mean you couldn't ride a bike? Of course not. You saw other people riding bikes, and that gave you the belief that you could do it as well. After trial and error, and more than a few scratches and bruises, you could ride a bicycle with your eyes closed. Use that same approach to your current goals. Look around you. Have other people achieved what you're trying to do? That's proof positive that it's possible for you. Even if you look for examples of success and don't find them, that doesn't mean you can't be the first to do something. All that's required for more successes and fewer failures in your life is often a rock-solid belief in yourself. This doesn't guarantee success. You still have to act intelligently. You may have to assemble a team to help you or develop new skills and abilities. Before you do any of those things, you have to believe you're truly capable of anything. Then, if you stumble and fail, remind yourself that perfection doesn't exist in the human condition. Pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and move forward. Persistence is required to accomplish big things, but so is a healthy belief that you can achieve anything you want. Embracing the victim role is a failure-fueling practice. It happened again. You should have seen it coming, because it's such a common occurrence. You had something important you wanted to accomplish. It's been a dream of yours for a while. Everything was put in place and you did a lot of hard work. It looked like you were finally going to create the reality you had only dared to dream of until now. Then right at the very doorstep of an incredible achievement, the world conspired against you. Again. You don't spend any time imagining that you might have been part of the failure. After all, this happens all the time. It's almost comical how the universe always seems to defeat your best efforts. Problems and hurdles and speed bumps show up regularly. You fall victim to things outside of your control, and no matter how hard you work, you just can't achieve important things in your life. You poor, poor victim. Is this the way you think sometimes? Sure, there are times when the deck seems stacked against you. One thing after another happens, and you experience failure of some kind. That's just life. Learn any lessons you can and then start over. What you don't need to do in that situation is consider yourself a victim. The victim mindset makes excuses for taking no action. A victim mentality can lead to complacency. After all, why should you try to do anything? The world's just going to defeat you like it has time and time again. You may as well just cuddle up inside your limiting good enough mindset and stop trying to create an amazing reality. Winners don't do this. Successful people see failures, hurdles, and roadblocks as simply things to be overcome. If they fail 100 times, they have absolute belief that their 101st attempt is going to meet with success. They understand that by and large, everything in their life is the result of their efforts. Something outside of your control might slow down your journey to achieving some wonderful thing. That's going to happen. Only you are responsible for deciding if you're going to keep moving forward or embrace failure and decide to quit. Nobody can perfectly control everything that goes on around them. What you can control is how you respond to life. Playing the victim never helped anyone succeed. Fully embrace the idea that you create your own destiny. That's the mindset that can lead to big successes and fewer failures. You'll probably disagree with this reason why you fail. You don't want to succeed. There it is. We said it. Got it right out and up front. No doubt you're shaking your head and disagreeing with us. Of course you want to succeed. Have we lost our minds? Do we really believe that a common reason for failing to achieve something important is because a person truly doesn't want to succeed? That's just crazy talk. Actually, it's not. You're currently living in the here and now. You're in the present moment. If you look at your life objectively, you'll realize that it's nothing more than a vast and continual series of present moments. You can't change your past, and you can only hopefully prepare for the future in such a way that you can create an eventual reality you desire. In this present moment, your psyche isn't concerned about anything you want to achieve in the future. It understands better than you and I do that it can only impact the here and now. So what does it do? It takes a look at what's going on around you right now. You're breathing in and out and existing. That makes your psyche happy. But do you know what makes this part of your mental makeup unhappy? When you try to change what's happening right now. It reasons that if you're alive and well, why change anything? That might mess everything up. So when you push to do things you're not used to doing, actions intended to help you achieve some big goal, you get subconscious pushback. Yes, you're not succeeding because your survival instinct is scared of change. How to defeat this natural inclination to resist change? By the way, you should be applauded. Give yourself a pat on the back if you can do it without throwing out your shoulder. Why? Because most people are more than happy to live their current lives. They dare not to try to make their lives better. Good enough is good enough to them. You're not that way. That's why you're reading this right now. You finally want to achieve success and kick failure to the curb. It's possible to do that because conscious self-talk can change your subconscious mindset. Tell yourself that the change you're trying to make is good. Talk to your subconscious. This is a proven technique for training it to lead conscious actions for success. Tell yourself out loud in front of a mirror what your big goal is. Talk about the amazing reality it's going to create. Discuss the reasons you want this change. What's going on in your life right now that you hope to replace with a positive result? Tell yourself these things every morning when you awaken and before you go to bed at night. Write them down. Look at them and read them to yourself several times during the day. It's possible to beat your natural resistance to change. You just need to give your subconscious a detailed image of how your life is going to be better. Engage in this self-talk each and every day, even several times a day. This is often the main reason you've failed to achieve some big thing. You need to continuously convince your subconscious that the change you're creating is a good thing. Your diet might be the reason you fail. Most people understand that dietary issues can lead to poor health. This is true physically and mentally. Put bad things into your body and you'll get bad results. What many people don't take the time to think about is the link between a poor diet and failure. We're not just talking about a failure to lose weight or accomplishing some other physical feat. What we're referring to is the fact that your unhealthy eating habits might be fostering failure in other areas of your life. If you eat lots of highly processed foods, overweight and obesity might come calling. This is the case with 2 out of 3 adults currently. That extra weight means you have less energy. You might find you're tired and fatigued much of the time. Poor nutrition also leads to mental fog, a lack of focus, and sedentary behaviors. Those are all things that can influence whether you're going to succeed or fail at accomplishing any task or goal. Maybe you do a good job of watching what you eat. You have the occasional reward meal every now and then, but for the most part, you eat lots of health-boosting fruits and vegetables. You eat very little processed food. Even so, you encounter failure more often than success when attempting to achieve something important. The answer might be a lack of hydration. A dehydrated body and mind can wreck your ability to act and think. Physical and mental abilities decline. About a gallon of water needs to pass through your body every day for you to be properly hydrated. When this doesn't happen, you're more likely to encounter failure than success when you tackle any task. Simply put, the food and drink you put into your body can either fuel your failure or send you to success. The nutritional recipe that fuels success. If the reason you fail is linked to your diet, that's good news. Changing your diet is simple. You can do it starting right now. There are certain things to eat and to avoid that most nutritionists agree will lead to a higher state of overall health and wellness. Eat lots of leafy greens. At least half of your meals should be fresh fruits and vegetables. Eat them raw or minimally cooked whenever possible. Enjoy healthy protein in your meals. This means grass-fed beef, wild-caught seafood, and pasture-raised organic eggs. Drink lots of water and herbal teas. You can enjoy coffee, but limit your exposure to creamers and sugar. Cut back on the salt, fried foods, and highly processed foods. Trade white flour for healthier whole grains like quinoa, whole oats, and barley. Start cooking your own meals. That's the only way you truly know what goes into your body. This simple switch to a health-boosting diet can make you more capable physically and mentally. You'll enjoy more emotional balance due to healthy hormonal regulation. You'll also discover that you're winning more and losing less, enjoying fewer failures and more successes in your important endeavors.